What are the monthly expenses on this business, right? Because it has to have some type of expense, right? Well, remember when I told you that when you're actually negotiating with that business owner to actually get the ATM installed for free, you're actually going to have to give them a cut of the profits. So that's kind of an expense too, and that's a commission. So don't worry, it's a commission, so you get to deduct that from your taxes as your profits, so you don't get taxed on the whole thing. You get taxed on the profit that you actually made after you deduct that, right? So don't worry, I got you covered. Now, say for example, most people out there, they go from 25% to 35% all the way to 65%. What does this mean? That sometimes depending on the foot traffic that business is getting, by the way, foot traffic means the amount of people that are coming into the business. If there's a lot of people, between 4 to 8% of the people that come in are probably going to use the ATM. So it's very good, right? So say for example, the average business has around 150 people coming in. Let's do 0.04. So let's say 6 people use that ATM and you're charging like $3. That's $18 that day times 30. Well, the ATM made $540, and that's on the that's on the low end. It could be like twice or double or triple that depending on where you put it in, right? But back to the expenses, right? So you have to pay this business owner around maybe 25 to 35, maybe even 45%. And if you put it in a specific location, for example, right, one of the highest earning locations for ATMs is probably a gentleman's club. And that's like a strip club if you don't know what a strip club is, right? And the reason is because everyone in that place needs cash to actually operate. So they don't really care if you have to pay like $7 or even $8 to use an ATM, because it's like a premium thing. You know, everyone wants to go in there and just be baller, get the money, and then be out. You know what I'm saying? So you can load up your ATM there and charge like $7 to $8. And since it's such a high foot traffic location, and other people actually want to take part into the business, you can offer like, hey, I'll give you 60% of the money, or maybe even 50% of the money, and I'll take the other 50%, right? And that's how you do it. You actually create your own commission. Just don't be greedy, because other people can actually notice that you're being greedy. And remember, you're negotiating with business owners, so they're not stupid. You know, they have their own business. Now, the second expense is the internet for the actual ATM. You didn't know that, huh? And basically, if you don't know this, right, every ATM uses internet to actually load everything up. Because remember, every time somebody swipes, and they use the internet to actually check if that person has money into their account or they're not, and they get rejected or they get declined. And when that happens, you get sent a text. All that stuff happens with internet. If you want, you can use Cardtronics to actually do everything, like install the internet and everything like that. And they only charge you around 0.20, I think, what is it, like 0.20 cents per each transaction, so that's not that bad. But also, if you want, you can just get your own modern and your own internet installed on the ATM. So for example, if you go to T-Mobile or AT&T, that's going to charge you like $20, and then you can put that modem there and you can connect it to the ATM, and then that's it. It works perfectly. So the expenses of the ATM is just really like the $20 monthly for the internet, and then the 35% that you have to pay, maybe even 25, maybe 35, depending on when you put it in, to that business owner, so you can actually operate the business. And that's around it. There's not that many charges.